Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Sapna Dadwal. I'm working as a professor in the Department of Management at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. This is lecture 4 of OB, that is Organizational Behavior. This subject is taught in semester 2nd of BBA course. I've already covered Unit 1 in lectures 1, 2, 3. This is my 4th lecture, and with 4th lecture I'm starting Unit 2 of the OB. The topic I'm going to cover in this lecture are individual behavior. I'll be giving you introduction of individual behavior, then meaning. The second topic will be causes of human behavior, then factors affecting individual behavior, then personality. We'll be discussing meaning and determinants of personality. In this lecture, I'm going to cover these topics of the OB. Then first I'm starting with individual behavior. First I'll give you introduction. Human behavior is the most difficult to define in absolute terms. It is a complex phenomenon. It is primarily a combination of responses to external and internal stimuli. These responses reflect psychological structure of a person. Psychologist Kurt Lewin believes that people are influenced by a number of diversified factors, and the influence of these factors determine the pattern of behavior. An individual's behavior may change due to change in the same environment. Different people behave differently in the same or similar environment. However, when situation demands, environment may change the behavior of an individual. So, I'm starting with first topic, that is individual behavior. Individual behavior means some concrete action by a person. It is, in fact, the individual behavior is not a self-induced concept, but it is affected by a larger system like family, group, and society within which one functions. Besides, individuals will behave differently depending upon their motivation, value, attitude, and perception they have. Individual behavior explains why individuals behave and react in response to different situations. So we can say individual behavior explains why individuals behave and react in response to different situations, because every person, every individual behave and react in different situations. Now the causes of human behavior. The causes of human behavior can be classified into two categories. These categories are inherited characteristics, and the second one is learned characteristics. I'm starting with first, that is inherited characteristics. Inherited characteristics, actually we inherit from our parents or from our family, or we inherit it from our family. Some of the characteristics inherited by human, that is by birth, they are by birth. These characteristics are, first is physical characteristics. Physical characteristics relate to height, slim body, vision, stamina, etc. The physical characteristics are inherited by humans from their parents and family. The second one is age. It is a kind of inherited characteristics of birth. The age may influence the behavior of an individual in a psychological as well as in a physiological ways. Physiological, young people are more energetic. In a physiological way, we can say young people are more energetic, innovative, risk-taking, and adventurous, while old people are supposed to be conservative. The third inherited characteristics, intelligence. So generally it is considered that intelligence is an inherited quality. Some people are born intelligent, but practical experience has shown that sometimes very intelligent parents have less intelligent children, and sometimes average parents have intelligent children too. So however, intelligence can enhance the efforts, hard work, proper environment, and motivation. Then fourth is religion. Religion and cultures play an important role in determining the behavior of people. Highly religious people have high moral standards and generally do not tell lies or talk ill to others. Whereas people who are not religious, it has been seen that they don't have that much moral high standards as comparison to the people who are religious in this society. Now the second main causes of human behavior are, that is, learned characteristics. These characteristics involve an individual's attitude, value, perception about the environment in which they are functioning. These learned characteristics are actually result of parental values and expectations. The children learn the need and value of being honest and truthful and values of love and affection from the family environment. So if the parents are always fighting, then the children will not have a very good values in them. Then children will lack trust or affection. So the following are the learned characteristics. First is perception. Perception is a process by which individuals organize and interpret their sensory impressions in order to give meaning to their environment. It refers to the manner in which a person experiences the world. In fact, perception includes all those processes by which an individual receives information about his environment, like hearing, feeling, tasting, smelling. People act as they perceive, and different people perceive things differently. So that is why this is the reason they act differently. The second is personality. Personality is set of traits and characteristics, habit patterns and conditions, response to certain stimuli that formulate impression upon others. So it is indicate the type of activities, jobs and assignment suitable to a particular person which will enable him to perform that task effectively. So many psychologists assume that personality traits develop in early childhood years and very few personality changes can be made after childhood years. Now the next one is attitude. Attitude may be defined as the way a person feels about something. It may be a person, it may be a place, it may be a commodity, situation, and an idea. It expresses an individual's positive or negative feeling about some object. For example, I like this color. So this is my attitude towards a particular color. Or I like this commodity. So this is my attitude towards a particular commodity. Now the next is values. Values determine what is right and what is wrong. The values indicate behavioral pattern of a person, a behavioral pattern of a human being. Values are important in relation to the study of organizational behavior because an organization is a composite of attitude, perception, personalities, and individual behavior of manager as well as workers. So the value system develops from cultural environment in which the individual is brought up. The concept of nuclear family, religious influences on his code of conduct, respect for traditional concept of ethics and morality, these are the conditions from which values develop in human beings. Now the next topic is factors affecting individual behavior. The factors which affect the individual behaviors are broadly divided into four categories: individual factors, learned factors, Then third, environmental factors. Then fourth is organizational factors. I've already discussed individual factors. Individual factors are inherited factors. And I've already discussed learned factors. I just discussed the learned factors. I'm not going to discuss it again. I'm starting with third, environmental factors. Environmental factors such as variable, economic, social, political, and etc. These factors are mainly external and will influence individual behavior to some extent. I'm starting with first external factor, that is economic factor. The economic environment is an important determinant of individual behavior. All work is performed within economic framework. The concept of economic environment is synthesis of several factors like employment level, wage rate, economic outlook, and technological changes. So the economic factors does affect the human behavior or individual behavior. If employment level is high, then definitely wage rate is high. There is a very good technology in the organization. This is going to affect the individual behavior. Then second environmental factor is political factor. The stability of the government can affect employment opportunities both in quantity and quality. So if the political condition of the country is stable, then it is considerably going to affect the individual behavior. Then third of economical factor is social cultural factor. People grow up in a particular society that shape their basic belief, value, and behavior. So culture varies from country to country, and these variations produce different behaviors across the country. Different people belonging to different cultures will have a different attitude, perceptions. So this is going to affect their individual behavior. Then fourth type of environmental factor is legal environment. Yes, legal environment and laws which are prevailing in the country, or the rules and laws, formalized or written standards of behavior, they does affect individual behavior of the individual behaviors. Now comes fourth main factor, like organizational factors. So in addition to individual factors, the factors of organization also affect human behavior. The prominent organizational factors are physical facilities, organizational structure, design, leadership style, reward system. So these are prominent organizational factors which do affect individual behavior. If there are in the organization, the physical facilities are very good, and proper lighting is there, air conditioning is there, proper space for employees are there, then definitely these facilities are going to affect the individual behavior in the organization. Then organizational structure and design. Yes, it refers to the way in which different departments and groups in the organization are set up, and in which way each individual has to report in the organizations, how their responsibilities are or authorities are defined. So definitely if they are properly defined, then there will be no confusion. Everybody knows to whom they have to report and what is their task. So this is definitely going to affect individuals' behavior in the organization. Then comes quality of leadership. If the quality of leadership is very good, or the leadership styles, if it is autocratic or democratic styles, then definitely the individual behavior differs as the leadership styles are different. If there is autocratic leadership style in the organization, this is going to affect individual behavior. Then individual behavior will be different than if the organization has democratic leadership style. Then comes reward system. If there is very good reward system, or performance-based reward system in the organization, then it is going to affect individual's behavior. If reward is given not on the basis of performance, it is given on the basis of favoritism, or unequal reward system is there, then it is going to affect the individual's behavior in the organization. So I've explained what are the causes of human individual behavior in the organizations. So the causes of first was learned, first was individual, then learned, then environmental. Under environmental, economic, socio-political and legal factors were there. And under fourth was organizational. Under organizational, physical facilities, organizational structure, leadership styles and reward systems were there. So these are the factors which affects the individual behavior in the organization. Now the next topic is personality. The word personality has been derived from Latin word persona, which means to speak through. The word persona originally meant an actor's mask through which the sound of his voice was projected. According to Rouge, personality can be described as how he understands and views himself and his pattern of inner and outer measurable traits. According to Fred Luthans, personality means how a person affects others and how he understands and views himself, as well as pattern of inner and outer measurable traits and the person situation interactions. So we can say personality represent the whole person concept. It includes perception, learning, motivation and more. Now comes determinants of personality. There are two types of mainly determinants of personality. First one is biological, second one is environmental. Under biological, again there are three types: heredity, brain and physical features. And under environmental, these are four types, that is cultural, family and social, or situational. Then I'm starting with first, that is biological. Biological factors which determines personalities are as: first one is heredity. Heredity refers to those factors that were determined at conception. These factors are physique, eye color, hair color, attractiveness, height, nervous system, etc. These factors are inherited by a person from his parents. Even two brothers may have different personality traits. Now the second one is brain. This is another biological factor which influences the personality of the persons or personality of an individual. However, psychologicals are unable to prove that the contribution of human brain influences the personality, but still it is a part of heredity factor. There has been research that some people born as intelligent people, that there is a chances that the parents are very brainy, the kid will be born with the intelligent mind. Then third is physical features. Physical features like height, weight, facial appearance is also comes under biological factor, which we take from our family, and depends upon genes of a person. Then comes next environmental factors. Environmental factors, first is cultural. Cultural factors are usually considered to make a more significant contribution to one's personality than biological factor. The culture in which an individual is raised and his early conditioning play a significant role in shaping his personality. Each culture establishes the norm, attitudes, and terms that are passed from one generation to to the next and create a considerable consistencies over time. So culture is passed from one generation to another and plays a very important role in framing a personality of a person. So the culture in which an individual is raised and his early conditioning play a significant role in shaping his personality. Now the second is family and social factors. Family and social groups influence the development of personality of an individual. Family and social factors shape a person's personality through the process of socialization and identification. Socialization is a process by which person acquires wide range of behavioral potentialities that are open to him or her starting from birth. So we can say socialization start with the initial contact between mother and her new infant. So an identification start when a person begins to identify himself with some other members of the family. So these factors, family and social factors, have significant role in shaping personality of a person. Then comes situational factors. An individual personality may changes in a different situations. Therefore, personality changes as the situation changes. It has been seen the same person changes or behave in a different way in different situations. And that there are some other factors also like character, motive, temperament and interest which affects the personality of a human being. Character means honesty. So character is very important requirement for the development of personality. Then motive. Motive means inner drives of the individual. They represent the goal directed behavior of individual. Then temperament, it is a degree to which one respond emotionally. Then interest, an individual may have many interests in various areas. So the organization must provide opportunities like job rotation, special training to satisfy the interest of employees. So these are the factors which also determines the personality of the individuals. Now these are the questions which are related to the above topic. If any query is there, please do contact me. If any writing mistake is there, please ignore that writing mistake. Thank you so much.